Alrighty guys, welcome to Cricket 26. Today we start the long anticipated road to England's #1. We're going to dive into the new management career and take over England and look to bring England back to #1 in all formats. Still unclear as to whether World Championships and World Cups are going to be in management career fully and how that works. But if they are any that we have to play, the winning conditions are world #1 in all three formats, as well as being the reigning champion in any World Cup, World Test Championship formats. So as for the settings we're going to use, I'll start as a new management career. We're going to start on hard. If that goes too difficult, we will scale it back. I tried hardest on a test run and was not getting it right. So start on any new team, England men's. So as we load in here, this new settings and kind of UI that they have set up is all good. 88 for our overall is not bad at all, and we will take it. Our next series is the Ashes. I will mess around with the training and lineups and stuff. I will show you when we pick squads and stuff like that. We will be going through that together, all the selection decisions and stuff like that. I will start with the squad as it is. So taking down under, I will take the squad that we have taken to date. So test 1 and test 2, we will pick the same 11 that we picked, because I am filming this after the second test in in Brisbane. I'm still not used to them switching it around. After the second test at the Gabba. So we'll be playing from there. In the third test, I will make the changes I think they should make. And then from there, we should have a bit of data to play around with the squad as we see fit. So what I'll do is I'll get us to our selection for the Ashes and show you who is coming in the squad. Okay, guys, and here is a look at our first squad. So obviously, Crawley, Duckett to open. Normal batting lineup from there. So Pope, Root, Brooks, Stokes, Smith. And then Atkinson, Carse, Archer, Wood. So this is the 11 we went in to the first test with. As for who's still in the squad, down the bottom you'll see Will Jacks is going to be our 12th man for this first test. But we have Josh Tongue and Matt Potts as seamer cover, because you'd imagine, in real life Mark Wood got injured and that's what they're there for. But also Archer's not going to play all 5 tests and be perfect. He probably needs a rest at some point. But on top of that, Shoaib Bashir is our spin option. We obviously, in real life, went with no spin option for test 1. Root is a handy spinner, but obviously not a frontliner. And then in test 2, Will Jacks comes into the 11 and is a part-timer is harsh, but frontliner is also a bit of a stretch. Jacob Bethel also makes the squad. He's been fighting Ollie Pope for that #3 spot, and to be honest, if he could make a century at first-class level or something like that, he really would be forcing him out, because Ollie Pope is having a really tough time of it. But without further ado, I will get us to test 1. Alrighty, guys, and we are here on the day of the test. I do wish there was a way we could watch the games, but you'll see more about how I'm going to play these games in the match itself. So we'll just play this first test today, as there was quite a bit to get through. We'll probably do 1 test match per day, and then we'll see how long those videos are, and then we'll look at what we're going to do for T20 and ODI formats. I might just go a little bit more in depth over on those ones. Either way, let us get in. I think the injuries are updated so that Cummins can't play in Perth or Brisbane. But, there's one hell of a way to find out. So let's get into it. I didn't see Cummins in their lineup as here. Cummins is in. So they get Hazelwood and Cummins, which obviously they don't get in real life. We're going to call tails. Grassy will still probably have a bat. We're going to open with the bat. So Zach Crawley gets himself run out by Alex Carey, so presumably someone's thrown the ball in. They are immediately going to spin after just 11 overs. The run rate is going okay, 4 and over, just under, sorry. Cummins bowling particularly well. Stark getting slapped around for no wickets, and Cam Green has had an over already. I will probably call him Chris Green at some point after the spinner that got done for a wrong bowling action. I have a little bit of a habit of doing that. But survived the 11 overs, and so I will probably see you at the next wicket, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, Ollie Pope has to walk for 61. Ben Duckett's still not out, 76 off 122. He's not going badly at all. Ollie Pope puts in a good knock, and Joe Root is near to the crease. 2 for 156. We really do have an opportunity to go and put a really big total on here, which is obviously very different to what happened in real life with this test, as both sides struggled to make runs until the fourth innings. So let's put on a big total of 400, hopefully, and see if that tail can wag a bit, unlike in real life. So we finished the day on day one at 4 for 323, which is obviously an incredibly strong start. So since we last spoke, Duckett had to walk for 120, a great knock. Joe Root not out for 83. Brooke had to go for 23 from a clean bowled by Stark. Stokes still in, and to be fair, after Jamie Smith, it does die off. Atkinson's handy. And the thing is, they're all better than a number 11, but none of them are quite better than a number 10. Like, Cars can bat, Archer can throw the bat, and Mark Wood can throw the bat. So hopefully they can pile on a few more runs, and we can still be batting at the end of today and just really put some massive runs on the board. It wouldn't be an English side if we didn't have an almighty collapse. Joe Root goes for 87, Stokes goes for the 45, and after that, Jamie Smith gone for 15, and no one else makes above 10. Gus gets the not out with 7 from 15, coming in at number 8. It is not a good sign. We do make it to 392 though, so that is an extremely promising start. With the ball, Green got smacked around a bit. Hazelwood gets 4 at 3.38. Stoinis with the ball, didn't realise he was actually in. Not too strong a display. Stark gets batted around for 3.75, 75 for 2 with his figures. Cummins probably the secondary. Obviously Hazelwood the pick of the bowlers, but outside of that, Cam Green really did get smacked around. So they send out Head and Khawaja to open. Labuschagne, Stoinis, Smith. So Smith's going to come in at 5, which we all know isn't really how it works, but we can't control that, so they get to pick their squad how they wish to pick it. Can you imagine if Stoinis picked Smith away from his number 4 spot in real life? There would be mayhem in the Australia thing. The big wicket here is Travis Head, Labuschagne, and Smith. Outside of that, they all score relatively slowly, and to be fair, Labuschagne's not been great in real life for a little while. So hopefully we can get through Smith and Head and keep them for a score under 300 and take a 100-run leading into the next innings. So as we start the second session on day 2, we do get the big wicket of Travis Head, clean bowled by Stokes. Khawaja still ticking along, and Marnus new to the crease. So we got Head right on the brink of lunch, and obviously they didn't bat the whole of that session. They bowled for the first part of it. So we'll see you again at tea. So at tea then, they did have a rough middle session. So we knew Head had gone, but Khawaja gone for not many. Labuschagne, the top scorer so far with just 37, nicked off to Archer. LB cast to Stoinis. Smith gone really early, but LB by Mark Wood. They still have the 2 batsmen in Green and Carey, and they have a short tail with Stark and Cummins, both being quite handy with the bat. But to be honest, if we can get them all out right at the end of today, and we come out tomorrow and we bat for day 3, we'll have day 4 and 5 to have a bowl. So we get them all out for 210. Great end to that innings. We get Carey, the only one to make it to 50. Green and Carey had a little bit of a partnership building there, going for about 50. I think they did make... No, they just fell short of their... Is that their partnership at the 102 to 66 then? Must be. 5th wicket brings in... Carey. Yeah, okay. So yeah, they do reach their 50-run partnership, and then whoever comes in after reaches a 40-odd run partnership, and from there, the tail falls for just 2 runs from the 7th wicket through to the 10th. It is not a good batting performance from them. With the ball, Pfeiffer for Jofra Archer, and if I'm not mistaken, picked up some big wickets. He got Labuschagne, Green, and then got the tail. Big thing for me is who can get the tail out. I know they're easier wickets, but so often you see just the tail wag a little bit and an extra 60, 70 runs get added to the total. It frustrates me more than anything else. So having someone like Archer, like Wood, that can bowl express gas just the entire time is going to be really good. Outside of that, Wood got slapped around a bit for 4s. Stokes got slapped around for 4.25. But all of them have pretty healthy averages, except Gus Atkinson, who takes 1 for 47. Everyone else is below 30s, except Stokes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's right. And Archer, of course, an average of 10 so far. Doubt that'll stick. If we have a check, we lead by... I don't think I can see. Quick maths means 182. We lead by 182 heading into our second innings. Looking to put on a quick fire thing and put them in late on tonight and just really make their lives a bit difficult. So it's not been the batting performance we had hoped for, and hopefully that just means the pitch is doing bits for the bowlers. But Crawley walks for not many, Duckett walks for 47, Pope gets 35, Root all gone for 7. And then from there, it just goes downhill. Jamie Smith gets a quick fire, 36. Stokes out for a duck. It was not ideal at all. Still got Carse and Smith in. If Smith can just tag on some runs and ideally get into this final session and have a bowl at this fragile so far Australian lineup. In the end, we don't get very far with 187. So we double our lead. Australia are going to have to chase 360 odd. If I'm not mistaken, we'll have a look at that in a moment. With the ball, wickets shared around. They all got slapped around a bit, so they were going after them a fair bit. Hazelwood bowling economically. Lyon gets 3 on an ageing pitch. Stark and Cummins get 2 each. It's not a great bowling performance. I think we probably just threw a bat at it a bit too much. Baseball without brains, as is so often being called at the moment. But we're going to have another crack at this Australia team and see what we can do. So we're going to skip through this, see if it tells us anywhere how much they have to chase. Australia trail by 370, so 370 to win on an ageing pitch to get close to our first innings score. You would absolutely put us in the driver's seat. But with our experiences, you never know what we might get up to. So in their first session batting, we get them 4 down for 90, which is absolutely the start we wanted. Smith gone as well, who you never really feel comfortable when him and Marnus Labuschagne are chilling at the crease. Head as well, doesn't get to put in that same innings. It looks like the Head experiment in opening is not working out as well in cricket 26 as it has been doing in real life. Smith, as like I said, had to walk for a duck of all things from Ben Stokes. Survives just the 2 balls. Green not out, Marnus not out. If you can get through Green and Carey, I don't back too many of their lower order to stay around to allow someone like Green or Carey or Labuschagne to really put on the runs they need. And they do not make the runs, so they fall for 118, the lowest score of the game, maybe? It'd be close. I don't quite remember. I think we made 182, so I think it is the lowest score. As I said, the lower order does not stay around. 18 balls for Stark and no one else. If you guys are from Australia like me, you'll have noticed Cummins jumping up on the Foxtel commentary, and they talk about their KPIs as bowlers surviving 30 balls each. If you can survive 30 balls, it goes a long way to letting a recognised batsman get some runs in, and not a single one of them hit that KPI, including Cam Green. So they will not be too happy with themselves there. Bryden Cass with a 6-for. Who did he get? So he got Labuschagne, and he cleaned up the tail as well. He got Green, Carey, which aren't necessarily the tail, but then he got Cummins and Lyon. He got some good wickets there. Atkinson got us off to a flyer. I do feel like Atkinson is wasted if you don't give him the new ball, so that's why he's getting the new ball ahead of someone like Mark Wood, who can find something on a pitch that's doing absolutely nothing. Went for a few runs, especially Gus Atkinson, who only got his 3 overs. So he started with the ball, did 3 overs, and then didn't see it again. Stokes bowling himself, getting 1 for 43 at 3.3 is an interesting decision to bowl nearly double anyone else except Jofra Archer. So, interesting one. Let us go back to the main menu and have a look at the match summary. So here is the match summary. Ben Duckett gets man of the match. If only he could do that in real life, with a 120 and a 47. Carey is probably their best with 54. To have only one person reach a half century in an entire test match does not bode well. Very, very good start for us at Perth Stadium, where we win by 250 runs. With that, I thank you guys all for watching this incredible start to our Ashes tour in England's road to number 1. If you have any questions, do drop them down below. If you have anything else you want to see me do on Cricket Captain 26, sorry, not Cricket Captain, that is the other game I tend to play on the channel. I meant Cricket 26. If you want to see anything new on there, please do let me know down below, and I will see if I can get us around to it. Thank you very much, and I will see you all soon.